This question is telling us to use a pivot. So we'll keep that in mind as we start gathering the information that we need. So here's what it tells us what we need. We need a product category by name. So let's just call that category name for now till we find it. And it tells us that it's something to do with product and a sales price. Now average is an aggregate. Looks like it's going to be an aggregate, and that's good. So that will show up sometime. So we'll keep that in mind. And then days to manufacture. So those are really the three things that we need. So now we need to go figure out where do we find those things. So that category by name is in the product. So here we've got human resources, person, and here's production. And in fact, there's one that's called production.product. Let's look there to see what kind of columns are in there. And if we look, we don't have a category name, we have a subcategory name. So that looks kind of close. Let's see what else we have in our products. So here we have a product category. That looks even closer. So sure enough, there's a product category ID. That's not a product subcategory ID. Let's go ahead and look at our full diagram to see if we can get a feel for what's in here. So here's our product table, and here's our product category, but notice how they're not connected. In fact, the connection goes from the product table to the product subcategory table to the product category table. So to get those connected, we're going to need all three. Let's go ahead and start down. It's looking like we're going to use several tables. So let's start keeping track of the tables that we're going to use. So these are in production, and one is called the product table, and one is production product category, and one is production product subcategory. And it looks like it's going to take all three of those to get that category name. And when we get there in the product category, it's just simply going to be called name. So what we're looking for is name, is the column that we're looking for. Okay, sales price. If we look over here, we're given a clue about sales price, and it says that it is the unit price times 1 minus the unit price discount. So we need to figure out where unit price and unit price discount might be, and let's see if production has that. And the product doesn't have a unit price. It's talking about sales price, so let's go down till we get into the sales section and see if we might find something there. So let's look at the sales order header, and there's nothing in there. Notice that a big part of this is to actually being able to find the information that we need, and that you just do by keeping to look around. So just keep on looking till you find it. Here's the sales order detail, and bingo, there we have unit price and unit price discount, which are the two things that we need to do sales price. And let's go ahead and copy this over, and we're going to actually do a calculation. And unit price starts with a capital U and is one word with a capital P between it. So there's the unit price times 1 minus, and the unit price discount, capital U, capital P, capital D. And that's the computation that we're going to do, and we'll label this when it's done computed as sale price. So there's not a common sale price, there's not a column sale price, but there's two columns that will be used to compute it. And that is coming from the table in sales dot sales order detail. All right, the last thing we need is days to manufacture, and that's not in sales. Let's go back up to production, and we've got product table open. And there it is, days to manufacture. So it's actually a column in there in the product table, and we've already got the product table listed there. Days to manufacture. All right, so those are the values that we need to get in our table to start our pivot query.